Hi everybody, this is Professor Ryan Moore. I'm here to tell you about the Math Jam that I'll be hosting in January. So let's just get right to it. What is the Math Jam and who is it for? The Math Jam is a 3-day workshop designed to get you ready to take a challenge exam for the basic skills math course that you're choosing so that you can clear that as a prerequisite and you can move on to the next level course. We're doing 2 3-day workshops in January. One is devoted to both Math 38 and 46. The other 3-day workshop is devoted completely to Math 96. During this 3 days, we're going to expose you to all of the course content in those courses. So over 3 days, we're going to show you all of Math 38 and all of Math 46. In the Math 96 workshop, we're going to show you all of Math 96 in 3 days. So, well, how can this be? How can you teach a course in such a short amount of time? Well, we're not going to teach in the traditional sense, section by section. That would be impossible, right? There's just too much. Instead, we like to use the term expose. We're going to expose you to all of the concepts through group activities and through individual problem sets and through assignments that I'm going to have up online for you to do at home to reinforce these ideas. And the hope is that just being reminded, just being exposed to these ideas again, and with me there and with other students there, and kind of filling in the gaps, working things out, seeing the details again, hearing the verbiage again, that will remind you of these ideas, and you can take a challenge exam, the equivalent of a final exam, in that course and clear it as a prereq and go on to the next level. Which really brings us to the second question: who is this Math Jam even for? Who could learn that quickly in just a couple of days? Well, that's the thing. Nobody can learn that quickly. I'm going to give you 3 examples of students who would be, 2 of them would be really, really good candidates to come to the Math Jam. The third would not be such a great candidate, although it might be tempting to think that you are. So candidate number 1, let's say you know that you placed into a course that is below your actual ability in math. When you came to the school, when you started, you probably took a math placement exam, and when you were done with that, you thought, you know, here's what I placed in, but I know that my math skills are stronger than this. I know if I had studied, a lot of people don't study for the placement exam, then I could have done better, and maybe that even is holding me back a semester or even a year from my actual skill level. Then the Math Jam is for you. Please come and check out our workshop, whichever one applies to you, and we will remind you of these things. We'll be studying with you. I'll give you assignments. We'll be filling in those gaps, and then you can take a challenge exam, and if you just pass that one test, you'll be clear of the prereq. You can move on up higher. Candidate number 2. Let's say you're in your current course and you know you have a passing level of understanding in your course right now, but you end up not passing the class. Family emergencies happen, medical issues happen. Usually they happen at the worst time. And so there are definitely people out there who have a passing level of understanding, but for some reason or another, they just don't end up passing the course. Please come to the Math Jam. We'll remind you of these things. We'll strengthen even what you do know. And if you pass our challenge exam, pass one test, a final, in that course, then you'll be clear to the prereq and you can move on ahead and keep on track that you should have been on in the first place had these things not occurred. Candidate number 3. This person again would not be a good candidate. Maybe you're in your current course and you're doing really well. Maybe you got an A, you're just on it, and you think, you know what, I bet if I saw all the material for the next level up, I bet I could pass that challenge exam. Probably not realistic. You know, a typical semester is 16 weeks, and it definitely doesn't feel slow when we go methodically through section by section, idea by idea. So to think that you could pick up an entire course in just a couple of days, really not realistic. That said, whoever comes to the Math Jam, I'm not going to ask you these questions. Who are you? You know, why are you here? Anybody who comes to the Math Jam is going to be welcomed. Maybe you're not even sure if you could take a challenge exam and pass it or not, but you want to give it a shot. There's no penalty for not passing a challenge exam. Nobody would ever know. So come and check us out for a day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever works for you. And maybe you decide to take the challenge exam. Maybe you decide to not take the challenge exam. You know, we're not going to ask who you are. Maybe you just want to come for the review. Maybe you want to see a preview of the next level class, even just a day of it. Then those are great reasons to come to the Math Jam as well. So I've emailed your instructor this video. I've emailed them a flyer. All the details are there: what days, what times, how to register. Registration is unofficial. This is a workshop. It's not a course, so it's completely free. There's no maximum enrollment. But I've got a Google form there as a registration, just so I know I can expect who's coming, and I can get some information from you so I can contact you and so forth. So please, you know, if you have any questions, email me. My email's on the flyer. And that's it. Hope to see some of you guys there.